Today's ping pong tournament, Sagar and Diman is playing down table and Sergey and Stefan is playing on up table.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the return of jungle table tennis. The conditions were hot and windy this week, but that did not mean the competitors weren't ready for some very exciting table tennis action. After the knockout play, we did find ourselves the two finalists, Sagar versus Sergey. Now, it's sad to say, but this will be Sergey's last tournament, so he's wanted to go out on a high. It's been a pretty successful tour so far, already adding 2 titles to his name. Looking for a third here before he leaves, but he will be back 6 months' time to see if he can continue his winning form. But the question is, can he continue it today? We are soon to find out. The coverage comes in during the first set. Only 4 points to 1 in favour of Sergey after that nice smash shot towards Sagar. But I should mention Sagar has been in many finals before. Normally has pretty solid composure and also has that ability to be able to come back. So this contest is far from over, still very early. See the trees moving in the background just that little bit. The wind will be picking up as we go throughout the day. Bit long there from Sagar, now making the score 5-2 in favour of Sergey. Cross-court shot there from Sagar, successful. Sergey unable to return, still 2 points down, but he has got the serve. Keeps it nice and low there. Bit high there from Sergey, and it does end up costing him. Nice bit of spin on the ball, but just not quite able to bring it back down onto Sagar's side of the table. Quick rally there between the twos. A little bit lofty there from Sagar. Smash shot from Sergey. And that is something Sagar has to watch out for throughout this matchup. He cannot afford to put too much height on that ball. Maybe a bit more than that, though. Straight into the net for Sagar. One didn't quite clip the edge of the table. Back to the serve, and we are still where we were just a moment ago. 2 points difference between the two sides. I think it's a battle with the singlets today, by the looks of it, or the tank tops, depending on whereabouts you are in the world. I have to say Sagar's quite a bit of character. And they're almost camouflaged, but not quite. Like if he was standing there, the background in those trees, you may not see him. Whereas Sergey, he's gone with the upside down font, bit fancy. Big shot there. Sergey strikes again. And that's going to make the score 8-6. Plenty of action happening in North Goa. Not just on the table tennis field, also around this beautiful atmosphere. Wind picking up a little bit there too much, so Sergey will just hang on to this ball. Not willing to make that mistake of letting the ball have a mind of its own. Of course, you normally want a little bit of spin, but when it starts blowing in the wind, brings a whole new level to the game. That one's missed that side of the table again. I think someone might have chopped a section out of there. Doesn't quite seem to be landing the way that Sergey likes. That will make the score just that little bit closer. 8 points to 9 now in favour of Sagar. Striking shot hits the net, just brushes the table edge, making it 9-9. Sagar hits it into the net, doesn't have the height. Seems to be playing this first set very low to the table, although we did see a lofty shot earlier, and perhaps the reason he's avoided that is because of that right there. Sergey strikes, and that will be the end of the first set. Sergey does take it out. Moving on to second set, it was Sergey's serve, and quite a quick rally there, it just ends up brushing the table. Long there from Sergey, the frustration on his face. I have to say the singlet's pretty awesome though. Upside down Las Vegas boys, big wind blowing. We've got the camera angle change here. Now Sergey, bit of extra height, spinning that one nicely, floating towards Sagar. Strike there from Sagar, doesn't quite get it right, 3-1. Now the thing that I find impressive is the fact that he is able to keep track of the score while also playing. I feel like that's a very hard skill to do. That one's hit the roof, so the point goes to Sergey again. It was a good shot though from Sagar, not allowing any room for Sergey to be able to work with. Although that one, a bit loose, good rally. Sagar gets back, big shot from Sergey. Now in cricket that would be a 6, but that is just going to be the one to Sagar, and he starts his comeback. I mentioned it near the start. He's pretty decent with his comebacks when he is down by points. That one is a great shot from Sergey, though, to fire back, kill the momentum off. Sagar now finds himself behind by 2 again. A bit low, hits the net. Sagar not happy with the way that he's playing that one, but he knows if he gives it height, Sergey loves a smash. Another big one there from Sergey. That one also did clip the net, but it did end up just falling off that table edge, not quite connecting. That go through the legs of Sergey there. I think it might have been a bit long from Sagar. Looked like a bit of an optical illusion. Colour of the ball in the background. Watch out, cameraman. That one's flying in, but here you can see the beautiful atmosphere these games are being played in. Another point goes the way of Sergey. He now moves up to 8 points on the board. Rally building between the two. Big smash shot, clips the net. Sergey not happy about it. The net seems to be the most popular part of this table at the moment. Oh, that one was not quite the shot Sergey was after. Got the arm round the wrong way. See the frustration on his face, but you will notice right up in that top left-hand corner, you can see the previous winners of the Jungle Table Tennis. There's a name that pops up twice, and that is Sergey, although one name that's not there yet is Sagar. Could this be his week? First of all, though, he's going to have to find a couple sets, get smacked in the face with the ball there. Might have just hit the shoulder. He might have been lucky. Those quick reflexes of a table tennis player managing to evade the ball when it's flying at you. Some people don't realise, but Sagar can actually see perfectly fine. He just wears the glasses as a bit of an eye shield, just in case the ball's coming towards him. That's a complete lie. I'm not sure how good his vision is. There's a vision for the way to play the table tennis game, though, should I mention. Sergey just taking out that second set. Sagar now, he's going to have to put a monumental comeback on the cards. Quick rally there, just misses the side of the table. He had the 1-0 lead, but needed to make sure that that momentum continued. Sergey now, and ready to serve again. Multiple angles are being filmed for this game. There will be more improvement in the future in terms of the angles that we can provide. First week that we've had a scoreboard. Does look very nice indeed. 2-2 at the moment in the third set. Sergey, he's looking fresh at the moment. He was bobbing on the toes, and he had to there. A little bit of a follow through on the way that he struck that one, Sergey. But now Sagar does get the serve underway again. Sergey now with the rally. Going to play those cross-court shots. That one hits into the net. Just a little bit long from Sergey. See the frustration again. Starting to show he knows that he could close this out in this set if he gets it right. Ooh, Sagar not quite getting that shot where he would have liked, but long off to the left-hand side of the table. He will now be serving though. Technique there from Sergey, just getting that top spin on it towards Sagar, who does once again find the net. It's a great shot, but Sergey, the reflexes, you can see him absolutely loving his work so far throughout this third set. The speed and the fast twitch fibre to be able to read where that ball is going. The anticipation as well is important. Another bit of wind. I'll be honest, I don't know what that says, but I'm sure it says something nice. It's a very nice atmosphere. Very casual, somewhere that you could go read a book, play an instrument, or play a bit of table tennis. There's plenty of tables about. 5-7 at the moment. Wind gets up and Sagar says, nope, we will have ourselves a spell. Looking around the trees, I mean, they're sheltering it a little bit, but there is still plenty more going out. Perfect day, blue sky, not a cloud anywhere to be seen. Sagar now serves again. Sergey with the spike shot. Tell you what, that was brilliant work from Sagar, but unfortunately for him, every time he returned, Sergey just had the answer, and that seems to be a little bit of a pattern of what we've seen today. Sagar has been strong, but Sergey has just been that little bit stronger until he hits the net with that one. Brushing the net again, a little bit long from Sergey, doesn't quite clip the edge of the table. That one, not a great return from Sagar, kept it low. I'm not sure whether or not that is completely because of the way that Sergey spikes. Whether it is just the way that Sagar normally plays, I think he often likes to add a little bit of that spin on it. Sergey showing the technique, pop of the shoulder there. Rushing the net again. 9-all between these two competitors. This is going down to the wire of the set. I believe the first two sets ended 11-9. This one may be no different. Sagar's leaving. Sergey planning out his next serve. This is the one. It definitely help him secure it. Just has to wait for that breeze to die down. Puts the serve across. And it dribbles up against the net, spikes it again. Sagar unable to get it back over, and now we're on match point for Sergey. Put his name up on the board for a third time in his jungle table tennis career. It's ready to go. Big power smash coming in from Sergey, and he will take out the victory in the jungle table tennis competition. Ladies and gentlemen, he is going to be a tough man to beat. He has shown that by beating one of the staples of the table tennis scene, Sagar. A new challenger is just around the corner. Could be any of the players in the competition. Maybe someone who spends a little bit of extra time at the tables. Even he does actually run his own market there on a Sunday. Who knows who it could be. Puts their name up on the board and is the next jungle table tennis champion. Thank you all very much for being here for this coverage. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the Jungle Table Tennis YouTube channel. There is plenty more action coming in the future. Be sure to keep an eye out for that, and we will see you all for the next one.